Hi and welcome back to another episode of Wigged Out. And on today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how I wash my wigs. So stay tuned. I thought I would do a video about how I wash my wigs. I've had quite a few people ask me, like, what's the best way to do it? So today I'm going to show you how to do that exact thing. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you want to take your unit, your piece, your wig, and you want to make sure that you take the Jean Renault comb, wide tooth comb, any wide tooth comb will work. And you want to detangle, starting from the bottom, working your way up, all through the wig, focusing on the nape before you wash. All right. So once you do that, you're going to want to fill your sink with lukewarm water. I tend to like to use lukewarm. I know some people like to wash with cold. You definitely never want to wash with hot, especially when you have a unit like this that is curly. It will not be curly after you wash it in hot water. So stay more on the side of cold than hot when doing this. Now I am going to be off camera for this. Now the products that I am going to be using today are the Estetica shampoo and the Estetica conditioner. These are my favorites. So they smell absolutely wonderful. So what I do is I put a little water in my sink. Make sure it's not hot, not cold. So I kind of pre-filled the sink. And then you're going to take this and you're going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4. I usually use a little bit more. And then you're going to swish it up. You're going to want to swish it and agitate it with your hand. And get the water nice and foamy. Okay. So the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to take your wig, and I try to do this as gently as possible. I like to lay it just right straight in, and just let the water just kind of, use my fingers to just kind of, you don't need a lot of water to do this. I also like to try not to grab it by the lace front, so when handling the wig in the water, I usually use the ear tabs, or I'll grab it by the nape. That's, you don't want to ever damage. This is like the most vulnerable time for your lace front is when washing your wig. And I like to just take it and just a few times just run it through the water and just kind of take some of that out. And I just leave it here. And then I usually typically let it soak for about 5 minutes. And then I let it soak a little bit longer with the conditioner, but I'll get to that part when we get to the conditioner. The other reason why I like using this sink is because of the water pressure. That's one of the most important things when you are washing your wig, is you want to make sure that you have sufficient water pressure to actually remove the soap and the product from your wig. Otherwise, you'll end up with a wig that feels kind of crunchy and not clean. It actually might even feel dirtier than when you started. Alright, so it's been in here for 5 minutes, so water's not really dirty. This is the first time I'm washing my Avalon, so I haven't really I haven't really been wearing her very hardcore, so. And never scrunch up here where the lace front is. Always take your hand and put it inside like a claw, like this. And now you've got control of the wig. So you're going to let your water out, just rinse, rinse, rinse. Now you're going to want to do this preferably with cold water. I like to use ice cold water, which, that seems to work the best. Makes the fiber look the nicest in my opinion. For part 2, refill the sink. So now you've refilled your sink with cold water. You're going to want to use your conditioner. And I do the same thing. I put 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And take my hand and I just swish her up. And now you just leave your wig to soak. I soak for about 5 minutes. So we'll just let that soak and I'll be right back. Alright, so the wig has been sitting for 10 minutes. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to drain the water and then you're going to want to rinse. You're going to want to gently squeeze out the water, but never squeeze at the top of the wick where the lace front is or where the monofilament is. You'll crease it, and that will not be, you'll have a very hard time later getting that crease out. Now, I just like to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now, you'll notice I have a towel over here, and what I do is I take this towel and I open it up, got it folded in half. I just take the wig and I lay her inside this, and then she sits for 20 minutes inside this towel and just kind of absorbs as much of the moisture as possible before I put her on the wig stand to dry. Alright, so the last step of all of this is I'm going to put the wig on one of these to dry overnight. The only hint that I have about this is as you can see here, there's two little raised up points on these wig stands. I try not to set my lace front to where it's sitting on these when they dry. So I kind of push it forward. Just put your wig on here like this. Now, do not brush your wig, but you can adjust the fibers so that they dry in a way that, so they're not every which way. That does help sometimes. Alright, well, we're going to let this girl dry overnight, and then I will show you the finished result. So stay tuned. Alright, so she actually turned out really, really well. This is how she turned out after washing her. As you can see, the curls came back perfectly. Such a beautiful color. I absolutely love Toffee Latte. I hope Estetica comes out with this in other wigs. Right now I think they only have it in Finn, Avalon, and Orchid. But I'm hoping they expand that soon. So let me just throw her on and give you the final result of her wash and brush up. She looks absolutely just brand new again. And I don't know. I tend to like wigs after I wash them a little bit better anyways. They just feel a little bit more lived in and a part of me. That might be strange. I want to say thank you to all my subscribers and to all of my new subscribers. Welcome aboard. I'm really happy to have you here. Without you, this channel is nothing. This is your channel. So let me know in the comments below what you would like to see next. It's been another episode of Wigged Out, and I hope this was informative and helpful. And until next time, bye!